Hey, you're wide receiver Khalil Shakir, right?
I sure am, kid. Here, go long.
Whoa! You're pretty good at football, man.
And you guys are pretty good at pizza.
Oh, sick. Dude.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Picassos post-game show here on Trainwreck Sports and the Pay the Bills podcast. The Buffalo Bills defeated the New York Jets 23-20 on Monday Night Football. This was a wild affair, just a wild affair of a football game. The refs all over, handprint every single play, every single inch of this game was touched by the refs. We'll have to discuss them a little bit today, but the main story of this game is the Bills making the plays at the end, coming down in the clutch, Taron Johnson coming back from injury and being able to make an interception at the end on a deep throw, clutching it for the Bills, and the Jets fall to 2-4. The Bills go to 4-2. There was so much to break down about this game. But first, as always, presented by our sponsors at Picassos Pizza. Get your pizza anywhere nationwide and in Western New York. Thank you, Picassos, for sponsoring this post-game show. This game started off pretty hot for the Bills, right? It was a drive on the first time they touched the ball where they go down the field and score a touchdown. Looked electric with Ray Davis up the middle. Ray Davis, can we talk about him? Star of the game for the Bills. 20 carries, 97 yards. Also 3 receptions for 55 yards. He was all over the place today. He was awesome. Ray Davis was the best part of this game. So the Bills started off real hot, but this game was all about the refereeing at one point, and we have to discuss it here because it was beyond absurd, guys. Like, if you're watching this game, it's really the only thing you're going to take away from this game, you know. Right now, as we're looking at it, the Bills 11 penalties for 94 yards, the Jets 11 for 110. It's just nuts, man. The amount of penalties in one game. It's the tied for the most in the NFL this season. It really was the story of this game, was impacted a lot of it. Luckily, the Bills escaped with a win, but both teams have right to be upset with the way that game was officiated. It was a train wreck, no pun intended, but kind of pun intended. But the Bills on that first drive looked good, man. It looked like it was going to be an easy day for that Bills offense. And then the Jets moved right down the field. Same thing. Breece Hall had a nice run there for 24 yards on that drive, and made him work there. Couple punts back to forth, and the Bills went 10 yards, 10 plays, 90 yards. Hit Matt Collins for a touchdown late for the touchdown there. But there were some penalties on that drive too. It was really an impressive game by Ray Davis, and Josh Allen was at the top of his game today too. Allen today was really efficient again. 19-25, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also 9 rushes for 18 yards, including the clutch one at the end to finish off the game in the third quarter. Allen was great. He was everything you would want from a quarterback in this game. There were a couple times in this game that I thought he should have been more aggressive, honestly. There were times in this game where he threw short of the sticks. One was on a pass to Curtis Samuel. Keon Coleman on a designed screen pass happened in this game. You can't be doing that all the time, you know. You gotta throw past the line of scrimmage and get something done. You can't be throwing in front of the sticks. It's not going to win you these games late there. Josh Allen with a sneak for a touchdown. Was good to see after that drive for Ray Davis. That sneak remains unstoppable. Aaron Rodgers looked good for parts of this game. He did. Sending the tweet out real quick. Are you encouraged about the Bills for the rest of the season tonight, is what I'm saying. And I don't think I am from where they are in the hierarchy. I think this Jets team is not very good. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I don't know if the Bills are very good yet either. That's the tough part with this. I don't know if the Bills are very good yet. Tonight wasn't the most impressive performance. A lot of penalties, and I don't know what to make of that. The defense played decently enough at times, but Rodgers had 294 yards passing. That's probably too much to let up in one game. Brees Hall, 113 yards rushing, including another long chunk play. That's too much. Lazard with the Hail Mary for 52 yards. Let's talk about the Hail Mary again. I mean, how do you keep letting this play up is the crazy thing. Garrett Wilson has 107 yards. So you let up 2 receivers with over 100 yards receiving. Rodgers has the pick at the end, which is huge. The defense was bend but don't break all night. The Bills defense made stops when they needed to. The O-line was pretty good all night, besides the penalties. I mean, Brown and Dawkins getting a ton of penalties. Allen just having issues throwing past the sticks. That was a big thing. Epineza got some pressure, though. Let's look at the Bills' sacks here in this game. The Bills had 3 sacks total, 2 from Epineza, 1 from Daquan Jones. So that's pretty good. Curtis Samuel with a downfield pass. Bass had some struggles in this game. Missed a 47-yarder. It was a tough look. Thought the Bills could have been more aggressive. It was a play where they ran a screen pass. I think that they could have went past the sticks there again. That one wasn't on Allen. The one earlier in the game to Samuel on the mesh concept was on Allen, not going to the sticks. This one was on McDermott and Brady calling the short pass on 4th and 15, but it is what it is. Bills were struggling on 3rd down, and Wilson and Hall were dominating. We got to talk about Taylor Rapp for a second. My man had 3 of the biggest defensive plays of this game. He makes the hit. Brees Hall gets a big rush, and Taylor Rapp makes a hit at the 4-yard line, saving a touchdown. He wrapped up. He took a great angle to know he would meet Hall before the end zone. Knew he wouldn't make a big stop, but give them some life. They get the stop. They get the 3rd down, and he busts across the middle of the field, breaks up the Garrett Wilson pass, and forces a field goal in a moment that could have been a touchdown. Taylor Rapp huge in those 2 moments. And then later on in this game, again on 2nd down, breaks up a huge pass over the middle. And then the pick happens a couple plays later. Huge game from Taylor Rapp. I'm a Taylor Rapp. I haven't been the biggest supporter of him. Haven't been the biggest fan of Taylor Rapp. He showed out tonight. He showed out with that guardian cap. He was putting his body on the line, making big plays, separating the receivers from the ball. 3 huge plays tonight. And then Taron Johnson pick. And a Josh Allen run to seal the deal at the end of the game here. 5-6 yard scramble. They used his legs efficiently there. They sure did. The refs were atrocious today. 11 penalties on each side. We'll talk about it a lot tomorrow, but that was just a mess. Pass interferences, unsportsmanlikes, too many men, whatever. It was a ref show. The Hail Mary was amazing. Good for Rodgers, but this Jets team you shouldn't be scared of this Jets team. The Bills should have crushed this team. Honestly, they were better than this team on the field today, and they are on the right side of this 23-20. Another chunk play, a fluky Hail Mary, but they really were in control of this game. If you take out that Hail Mary, it's 23-13. I think that's the appropriate result. They're a better team than this Jets team. They handled this game. I still think there is a clear hierarchy with the Chiefs, the Ravens, Texans, and the Bills. But the Bills are clearly the best team in the AFC East. 2 games up now on the Jets, a game and a half up on the Dolphins, both with tiebreaker. They're 2-0 in the division. Bills should run away with this division. They handled this game well. I thought they had a good game. I thought they let up too much offense, but it was bend but don't break. Made a lot of stops, held them to field goals late. A lot of yardage for guys, including on the deep, obviously the juice numbers from the Hail Mary for Lazard and for Rodgers. But it was a bend but don't break kind of night for McDermott and the defense. And the offense did just enough. Allen made plays when he needed to. Thought they were a little conservative on that side of the ball today, but they made it work. Ray Davis, awesome game in his first big game as a starter, 20 for 97. Would have been great if he got to 100 yards. Allen with 215, like we said. This is a good win. This is a good win. You should be happy, Bills fans. Be happy about this effort because this was a great win all around. These guys showed out, man. These guys showed out. And they handled business on a Monday night in a big spot to take control of the division. And that's what you wanted to see, was them bounce back. Josh Allen still never lost 3 games in a row in his career. And now they get the Titans this week, at Seattle, home against the Dolphins, and at Indy. They should be at least 3-1 out of this stretch and going 7-3 into the Chiefs. They could be 8-2, but they should be at least 3-1 out of this stretch and go 7-3 to that Chiefs game. That's where they belong. We paid the bills. Shout out to our sponsor, Picassos. This is the post-game show. Oh, we got one more. Yes, we lit a dub. Shout out my brother, Alex Micah. Big dubs. Victory Tuesday is going to feel great tomorrow with a Buffalo Bills win on Monday Night Football against the Jets, who they've had some trouble with. Love beating Aaron Rodgers. Taking control of the AFC East. Now the Bills need to cement themselves as contenders in the AFC. Their next chance is really against the Chiefs. They've lost to the 2 other real contenders and got blown out. So we're not going to know their true perception of this team and who they really are in the next 4 weeks, but they can rack up the wins and truly put them in position to host a lot of playoff games and then go into that Chiefs game and hopefully have some importance there. But next week, the Titans should be a good win. Next should be a big opportunity for a win next week, but we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be fun, though. Big win. Yeah, the Bills won. Big win, guys. All right. We'll see you later. See you tomorrow for Pay the Bills podcast. Jake Micah signing off. Have a good night, folks. Go Bills.